Welcome to your daily focus, April the 7th, 2021. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I went down for a couple of days. A thank you goes out, a shout out to my son for coming on and letting you guys know that I wouldn't be around. So I was negative for the test, so that's a good thing. Just a really mean bug. Really knocked me out at the knees. I'm still recovering. I still really am not at full energy. And so I thought, well, let's look at the numerology. Let's look at the astrology. Let's see what I'm going to do here because I miss you guys first of all, and I want to connect with you. You always make me feel better just in your presence. So being here is a healing for me. So it fills me with gratitude. It fills me with love. So thank you for being here for me. So we have the 7th today. So Thursday will be the 8th and Friday will be the 9th. And the really cool thing about the numerology right now is if you do the numerology of the day for the 7th, it turns out to be a 16. 6 plus 1 is a 7. And then it comes to 17 for tomorrow. 1 plus 7 is the 8. And the following day, it turns into a 9 energy, right? So, and we're in this full moon energy. So a lot, day to day, for what we're experiencing, a lot of the energy is going to remain the same. I think we start out, well, the sun is in Aries this whole time. The moon, I believe, is in Aquarius, but by the time we're all ready to eat supper, it'll move into Pisces and then stay in Pisces until Saturday, I believe, is when the moon will move into Aries, and it'll get ready for the new moon on Sunday, the Aries new moon. So that is really the true Happy New Year, is when we're getting that new moon in Aries, that fresh start, that new beginning, that trailblazing energy. So I'm kind of gonna like mush the days together here because I think it's a lot of the same energy for the most part. I think on Friday, Mercury and Uranus are getting together and they're having a little chit chat in the sky, and it's pretty much in a harmony. So it's going with the flow. Expect the unexpected, and we may learn something from talking, communication, an email, something we read. That will lead us into new paths towards new people, new ideas, new perceptions. So the 7 energy for the 7th is one of standing in your truth. And it's a 16 energy, so it's awakening. It's something may be happening in your life that you are not appreciating at the present moment, but it's there to put you on the right path. It's there maybe to, we are in full moon energy, so it's maybe removing something from your life or taking something away that you've been kind of using as a crutch, or it's something that was good for you, but in the long run it's going to harm you by being present in your life. It's something that we don't want to necessarily lose, whether or not we know that we need to walk away from it, walk past it. We may be holding on. And sometimes it's things that we didn't even realize were in our lives that was actually weighing us down, burdening us, giving us anxiety, fears, holding us back, making us procrastinate. And something happens, and we awaken. We awaken perhaps from a sleep. We awaken to a new reality, a new tomorrow, a new path opening up. Many times under the 16 energy, you don't even see the path. You don't even realize you're going on that path until you look back and you go, wow, how did I end up here? And it's a good place that you end up in. Okay, the 16 energy never takes away something that you need in order to go forward. You need in order to have a fulfilling life or successes in your life or reach those goals and those dreams and those visions of tomorrow and bring them into today, into the present. It never will remove something like that. We may feel like that though. Okay, depending on what happens in our lives on Wednesday. Now, we go to the Thursday, and that's the 8 energy. That's our strength. That's our courage and learning how to utilize it, bringing it out in some way, or maybe it is more present within us under the 8 energy. It's about our need to walk with integrity, to act with integrity, to speak with integrity. And if you do the numerology of the day for the 8th, it would be a 17. And that's making the impossible possible. So perhaps throughout our day on Wednesday, we can open up to new ways of doing, being, becoming, which opens the door to what we thought we couldn't do, what we perceived we couldn't have, into something actually obtainable, doable. And then we have the 9th. So we have 9 plus, that's an 18 energy. That's about going within. That's about attaching yourself to the inner child, your soul, your intuition, your heart. It's understanding what freedom truly means to you, liberation truly means to you, happiness and joy, harmony, balance. What makes us feel good, what makes us laugh out loud. And coming to the realization of how to step into our passions, our dreams, our desires. The 9 energy is, yes, it's endings, very much so, but it's also preparing the way for the new energy that is about to come into your life. And the new energy is on the weekend coming in. We start with the 1 energy, and then we have the new moon immediately the following day. So the energy really turns as we go into the weekend. So utilize this. I mean, we're going 7, 8, 9. We're going into the closing chapters of the full moon energy. We are allowing ourselves to close doors behind us, to step onto new paths, or make it so that we can step onto those paths going forward. We have the sun in Aries, because we will have the Aries new moon. So the sun doesn't leave Aries, and the moon, I believe, is in Aquarius for our Wednesday. But as we're sitting down and we're thinking about supper time, we're getting off work, or the kids are coming home from school, whatever it is, around that time, the moon will go into Pisces. And Pisces is more of a dreamy, it'll be hard to motivate ourselves to get things done. We'll want to sit back. We won't want to lose ourselves in our thoughts and our dreams. And it's more of a mental, but also with emotion and heart and intuition. So it's paying attention. It's about meditation. It's about preparing yourself for the new energy. I mean, if we ever had a lead up to a new moon, and what an important new moon, because it's our Aries new moon. So it's really our first new moon of our new year. So this really is the happy new year, isn't it? The first new moon in the astrology. So this is a good time if you can. So, and I'm going to, because I'm still unwell. I really want to tap into the energy to give you. I always worry about that. I always worry about, if I'm under the weather or really not feeling it, and tapping in so that the message is clear for you, that I'm not misguiding you in some way. But the energy is so, it's almost like it's exclamation marks all over the place for us, telling us to wind down, to relax, to take a step back, to allow harmony and laughter and joys into our life. of really thinking about the seeds we want to plant going forward, what goals we want to set for ourselves. If you weren't able to stick to those New Year's resolutions, this is a time to bring them back in, to look at how you're going to reinvent yourself, your path forward, what you do, who you are becoming. So it is an absolute beautiful time given to us right now, over the next several days, to meditate, to pray, to contemplate, to journal about what we want to bring into our lives, of where we want to go. Now, if we do that kind of exercise under the end of a full moon energy, what will happen is we'll see where the blocks are. We will have those awakenings. We will be able to tap into our inner heart and know what truly makes us happy, what brings us joy, where we will find accomplishment and success. Personally, okay, let's get a few cards out here. And I've got, my water. I've drank it, most of it already. Very parched, which is good, right? Lots of fluids. But yeah, no appetite, blaring headaches. It was not good. And I still feel, I feel like the energy we should be all in some way embracing is the lack of motivation. I definitely have a lack of motivation. I seem very tired, very listless, very, my brain kicked in a couple of times today, and I was like, God, there it is again. So I thought the best way of doing this and being fair not only to you but to myself and my own health is by coming out tonight. And I'm trying to keep the energy a little separate, but we really have to keep the key things in mind going into this new moon. It's a special new moon for us. And it's going to be one that is going to ask us to step into our courage, step into our strength, to take that risk, to take that leap, to start that journey, to create that opportunity for ourselves if it's not already present and waiting for us. So look at this, the Seven of Pentacles shows up. Where is your focus? Where is your focus, and where does your focus need to be? We can't, you could walk around a rocky field and throw seeds around, and something's going to take. It might not be a bumper crop, but something will take. And so often in our lives, we do just that. We have these ideas, but we don't take the time to prepare the soil. We don't take the time to think, what seeds do I want to plant? I always kind of giggle when I go and I do my seed hunting for the flowers that I want to plant. And there's, each own of its own variety and different varieties of that variety. And then you get the package that just says wildflowers because you don't know what you want to plant, but you want flowers. So here you go. Okay, throw these around and something's going to take and something's going to bloom. And so often we do that in our lives. We are so busy meeting our obligations, our commitments to other people, to society, to our workplace, to our community, to our family. And we put ourselves last. And we put our dreams and our ambitions, down the list a little bit. And this is asking you to put your focus back into you, where you want to grow, what seeds you want to plant. So this is a time to think it through and put your focus back on you, your path forward. It's so easy, it's so easy in today's society to get off track, to forget to put that focus back on you. I would almost say, start a little thing with yourself. Maybe you're waking up 15 minutes earlier just to concentrate on you, your day going forward, what you want to accomplish. Make that list. Make that, what's that one term? Anyways, my brain isn't connecting yet. All the synapses aren't jumping at command. But this is about preparing the soil. This is about putting the focus back on your dreams, your goals, the successes you want to bring into your life, who you want to become going forward, what you want to step into, what your journey, your destiny is going to be. You create it. You have that power right now. But you need to put the focus on it. You can't just grab the package of wildflowers and get some flowers, but expect that dream down through the corner of your eye that you're really not focusing on, because there's so much else to focus on in life. There's always going to be so much more to focus on in life. So you have to make a strong commitment. Maybe we'll do that more under Thursday's energy of the 8. Okay, because that is about walking with integrity. That is about tapping into our strength, our courage, of what we want to do going forward, the way we present ourselves, the way we take our steps down through our path. The lovers is the next card. This is about being, well, this could be relationships, okay? This, being the second card, relationships could grow right now. Soulmates can happen in your life. This could be about embracing your passions, your dreams, your true loves of your heart and your soul. You know, your talents and abilities, and it could be that kind of passion. But I'm kind of getting it. It's in relationships. Now, this could be a partner, a spouse. This could be a best friend. This could be your next door neighbor. This could be maybe somebody that you work with. And growing those bonds deeper. But I'm kind of almost getting, there's a passion here. So it could be about our passions, about making our relationships more passionate, sensual, perhaps. So where do you want to deepen relationships? How? What is your role in deepening that relationship? Maybe it's a child, maybe it's a sibling, maybe it's a parent. What can you do? What are the steps that you have control of in making that relationship deeper, stronger? Two hearts uniting as one. We have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is that aha moment. You know, the swords are new thoughts, new ideas. This is the aha moment. This is the revelation. This is the epiphanies happen. It's very much thought over emotion. So you need to attach that emotion to those thoughts, that you can do this, that you've got this. How wonderful would it be if it all played out? You know, so I remember I was doing a reading for a young lady, and she was telling me her dream job, and she was already in the field of stepping in that direction. And I said, well, what would it look like, you know, in 5 years if you, you know, just kind of just hit everything right on the mark, and you were more successful than you could have ever imagined? What would that look like? And even though she was telling me that, you could tell that she had very little belief that she was actually going to reach that plateau. And I mentored her for probably half a year, every time we talked and whatnot. And you know, we talked about different things that she could do in order to actually raise her belief in herself, that she was worthy of it, that she had the talent, she had the ability, that it wasn't something that anybody had, but she alone owned that. And I think this is a part of it. We need to take ownership of who we are, our talents, our abilities, what makes us unique, what makes us special, what makes us shine, what makes us stand out. And instead of trying to muffle that, because society teaches to muffle those things in our lives, we don't want to stand out too much and make somebody else feel bad about who they are. So you know, we dummy it down. Or we're worried that somebody might laugh or make fun of us or not accept us or not like us because of a talent and ability or how we feel about ourselves. And it's simply not true. You ever see people, the most wonderful people in the world, that don't even realize their power when they walk into a room and they start smiling and saying hi to people, and everybody gravitates towards them, and they don't even realize that they're so wonderful. And if you ask them, they wouldn't think it. They go, yeah, I'm okay. I do good. And it's about raising that belief level. It's about understanding that you are so much more than you give yourself credit for. And maybe this is what we're meditating on over the next several days. Maybe this is what we are contemplating on over the next several days. Maybe this is what we're talking to God, our angels, our spirit guides, a confidant about over the next several days. Is realizing your own talents, your own abilities, the unique you, and taking a pride in who you are and those natural gifts. Yeah, we're going to pick 5 cards because, I am not showing up for a couple of days. The Death card is next. The Death card is allowing something that's shedding that dark cloak. It's laying down your weapon and taking off that cloak of despair, that of procrastination, of anxiety, of fears. It's about whipping that cape off. It's about setting down that sword, and it's like an out-of-body experience when it happens. You feel alive, you feel free, you feel liberated, you feel like you're on the right track. There's passion in your voice and your actions and everything you do. You don't want the day to end, and you can't wait for the next one to begin. So what do you need to, what is that cloak for you? What is that weapon for you? What is that weapon that keeps you safe? What is that cloak that hides you, or hides a certain part of you from society, from the world, from yourself, perhaps even? So it's about getting to know yourself and having a faith in yourself and a belief in yourself. When you come to that new moon, those seeds that you plant are going to be one-of-a-kind seeds. If there was a dream fair at the end for successes, you will win. You will water it, and you will tend to it, and you will fertilize it, and you will make sure there's no weeds growing around it. You'll aerate the soil. You will make sure you will give it your focus, your attention, because you get lost in the passion and the dream and the desire of it. So what is that dream? What is that thing that's going to motivate you? And maybe it's something small, maybe it's something little, and maybe that's where you start to prove to yourself that you have the capability, the willpower, the patience with yourself, the belief in yourself to do those little things. So maybe you want to lose 100 pounds. So why don't we set the goal at 5? And let's just do that and prove to yourself that you've got this. And then say, okay, how can I step it up? Maybe I need a personal trainer. Maybe I need to have, my 20 minutes for exercise 3 times a week. Or maybe I should start walking or start jogging. Or maybe I need to eat differently. Maybe I need to have 3 meals a day instead of just waiting until, oh my gosh, it's 7 o'clock. I haven't even eaten today, kind of thing. Maybe it's about just drinking more water and hydrating yourself. They say that when you start to feel like, oh, I need a drink of water, you're already dehydrated. It just took your body that long to tell your brain, hey, we need a drink down here. We're starting to dry up like little prunes down here. We need the water. I'm going to have a drink of water because I'm saying it now. It's whipping off that cloak. It's not hiding under it anymore. It's not about being embarrassed about your gift, your talent, the unique you. It's not about thinking that people are going to laugh at you or not be friends with you. It's about, or not being accepted in some way, in some form, because of who you are and what you want to do going forward. It's about being proud of who you are. And then you don't need a weapon. People of integrity expect to be believed, and when they're not, they let time prove them right. So it's about starting to walk your walk and knowing that people will notice and they'll want to be around you. The more you walk your own walk, and feel that inner strength leading the way, your courage, your strength, people will they'll start coming around. They'll go, what's different about you? Did you change your hair? Or did you lose some weight? You got somebody new in your life? What's going on with you? Because it will change you. It will transform you. And look at this, the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is all about making sure that what we are giving out, we're also getting back. We can't give. The well goes dry. So are our relationships strong and dual? It's a give and take. Of course we make compromises in our life. We do something for somebody and we expect something done for us. And is it a two-way street? Have you been letting somebody make all the rules? Have you been making all the rules? Has somebody been constantly asking, but never giving? And are you giving to yourself? You may give throughout your obligations and your responsibilities in your everyday life, but are you feeding yourself? Are you taking care of yourself, mind, body, spirit? Because you can't possibly give if you are not taking care of you first and foremost. You can't take care of anybody else when you're not feeling well. I couldn't show up because I wasn't feeling well. So I couldn't deliver the message. I couldn't explain the energy to you. So that and we have free will. You can step any which way you want. You don't have to listen to me by any stretch of the imagination. We all have free will. I'm telling you the easiest way to maneuver that path forward, to use the energies that are around us. Some, like this weekend, or leading into this weekend, we are probably not going to feel as motivated as we normally are. So it's a good time to meditate, to pray, to contemplate your tomorrow, to think things through. And this layout tells us that put our focus back on our dreams, on our desires of what we want to accomplish. Embrace it. Fuel it with a passion. Put an emotion, attach an emotion to how happy you'll be when you reach that goal, that success. Feel the joy, feel the pride, feel the sense of accomplishment. And that alone motivates you. The Ace of Swords shows up then in the middle to tell us that we will get those epiphanies, those aha moments, those revelations of how we can move forward, of what we can do. And it's a lot of logical. It's a lot of, and so we do have to attach an emotion to it once again. And then we have the Death card. What's holding us back? So when we start to meditate on this stuff, when we start to contemplate these things in our life, and we're really being honest with ourselves, we'll start to see, I can't do this because of this. Well, what do I need to do? Do I need to have a conversation? Do I need to move away from that? Do I need some kind of inner healing? Okay, my computer said it's time to go to bed. So let's just get an animal card here. I don't know what that's about. I do have a touch screen, but there's not like a little flyer or anything in here that I can see. So, to turn it off. But for some reason, and actually, the camera is not even on a touch screen, so I don't know. They're telling me to move it along. Okay, well, let's get here. Look at this, new beginnings with the robin. New beginnings, new starts. We're seeing robins everywhere. What a mild winter we had. It really wasn't, I don't know. When I was a kid, the snow came and it stayed. Robin, Robin. Where are you, Robin? The raccoon, the raven, and then the robin appears. So cleansing, newness, grateful, promise, new birth. You cannot climb a mountain if you will not risk a fall. So very much it's telling us to prepare ourselves for the courage that we're going to need in order to go forward. The knowledge that we need, the belief we need in ourselves in order to take that risk, to step into a new path, to trailblaze, to change who we are into the person we want to become. Robin tells you it's time to pull yourself from the sludge of the past, wipe yourself clean, mend the wounds and scratches that occurred through the journey. Your angels and guides will be on hand to help. It's a great day to offer your gratitude for what you do have, and knowing that you won't be let down if you ask, believe, expect that changes can occur in your life. Yes, there's an everything happens for a reason thinking, even during painful experiences, but loss evolves into a gain, always of some kind. Have you ever experienced a passing only to hear the announcement of a pregnancy or birth? Or broken up with someone to start dating someone so much more compatible for you, you wondered what you saw in the last person? The death of situations always evolves into the promise of birth and new beginnings. So it's about the 7, 8, 9 energy, and then the birth of the 1 energy and the new moon coming into play. It's amazing how it all goes together. Okay. No idea, guys. Newer computer, extra screen, beautiful mic. I don't know what's going on. All those problems should be yesterday, but they're still here. So emotion is truly energy in motion. And since everything is energy, whether it's money or work or love, or the universe feels the vibration changing in your thoughts, and it can change into wonderful things if you allow it to do so. Robins always come back to the same place each springtime. It's nature's way. Robin may be telling you that you need to review your childhood. See what you may have stored away deep within your soul, and see if there is forgiveness that needs to take place. Or maybe you need to look up an old childhood friend. So when we talk about giving forgiveness to other people, you know what? You can forgive somebody for being too dumb to see the obvious, okay? That if they would have understood what they truly did to you, but by, maybe if you just forgive them for being as thick as a brick and not being able to see the situation through your eyes and what happened to you through the experience, you can send out a forgiveness like that, and it releases you from the thing that you've been holding onto and letting it eat away at you. Use that energy, use that energy, and put the focus on where you're going, who you're becoming, what you want to step into. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.